Now, do you think there was a need for Ryan to have come out that much to try to get the stop?
Of course, I'll take there was a need, but it clearly just shows a lack of communication between him and defenders. Because I think you should have shouted more, and Gabriel should have left it for him. Because that's just lack of communication. There's nothing wrong in the keeper coming out, especially when there's a cross. There's nothing wrong at all. But I think there was a lack of communication. It's clear he didn't. Most times you see keepers, scream at the defenders, leave the ball for me, something like that. And it's clear that from that clip we just watched, it's just clear that didn't happen. And of course, kudos to the Wolves players for taking their chance.
And looking at it now, Manchester City rather are very, very close to them, and then the gap just keeps reducing and is giving a chance that Manchester City can actually, if they win their next match, is a very, very dicey one for Arsenal. Bukayo Saka signed a new contract, extending to 2031, and then so far now he is the highest paid player of Arsenal. Now he has sustained a hip injury. He'll be out for maybe most part of the remaining season, where he's highly needed. How do you think that would impact Arsenal?
Oh, it's going to impact them. It's going to impact them because.
But they have Gyökeres.
Of course they do, but Bukayo Saka is one of the backbone. I would say top 3 players in Arsenal. He's definitely there. He's one of their key players, and I would say someone will even say he's their backbone. They're going to miss him. They're going to miss his creativity. Of course, they're going to miss his industrial attitude in the pitch. Whether the people like Trossard and of course Gyökeres can carry that burden, I don't think so, because
he can be able to carry. What about Madueke? On the side, Madueke too is someone that is very good. We saw him in this last matchup where he was, he had a couple of drives, he made some attempts, but do you think him, Martinelli, Gabriel, Gyökeres, and also Odegaard with the likes of Declan Rice, don't you think that squad alone is depth enough? Arsenal's depth, don't you think that Arsenal's depth can be able to carry them through the next big matches that they will play? Looking at the fact that they will need to face Chelsea again, face Tottenham, and I think they will still need to face Manchester City.
Well, do I think they have what it takes? Each of these players you just called are quality players. Okay, individually they're good, but I think they will function better as a team.
But do you think now? Do you think now that there is a problem with Arsenal? Do you think Mikel Arteta, this is the second draw in the last 2 games? Do you think Mikel Arteta is doing something wrong?
No, I'll say that there is a problem. Okay. You can say they're fatigued. It's possible because they've been at first for a long time now, since before, of course, the festive season.
Yes.
And we're getting to that stage of the season where the legs are getting tired, and the intensity is very high. We have seen this before. Okay, we could say this is another deja vu situation. This is not for Arsenal. This is the 3rd season now in a row where, of course, they've been high, they've been up there for a long time, and when the last 10 games of the season tend to start, shaking and coming down. Okay. Well, if this happens again, it's going to be a big blow.
Do you think they should sack Mikel Arteta, or they should still continue trusting in the process?
Personally, when I talk to many Arsenal fans, they tell you if he doesn't win this season, they let him go. They should sack him. But you ask yourself, where was Arsenal when before this man came? They were in a very, they were not in a very good place. Okay, and you could say he's a victim of his own success because he has taken them there. Before him, the objective was just try and top four, trying to take us back to the Champions League. This fella came back and took them back to the Champions and has them challenging for the league for now the 3rd season in a row. So I think left for me, I want him to stay. I want him to stay, but I think many Arsenal fans will be disappointed if he doesn't win a trophy this season. Many may start calling for his head.
I've seen a lot of Arsenal fans online too, some couples, wives promising husbands that are Arsenal fans that if Arsenal get to win this year, they'll take them, fly them out of the country to go watch the final match and stuff. So if that doesn't get to happen, some persons won't be, getting a free flight ticket from their partners. Well, let's move on and talk UEFA Champions League. Lookman Onyedika scores as Atlético Madrid draw Club Brugge 3-3 as they leveled 3-3. Atlético Madrid twice let the lead slip in a 3-3 Champions League player first leg draw at Club Brugge. This happened last night. Diego Simon's side went 2-goal up in the first half, but Club Brugge fought back to 2-2 after an own goal allowed the Spanish side to move back in front. Greg Winger Christos grabbed a 90th minute equalizer for the host. Atlético Madrid who have never won the UEFA Champions League are on a long way off the place in La Liga and consider their best chance of silverware this season to be via a cup route. However, their poor defending left everything to play for the next Tuesday in the second leg with a last 16 breath at stake. The striker whose spot kick against rivals Real Madrid in last year's competition was controversially disallowed for a double touch, leading to Atlético's elimination, and dispatched them emphatically. So moving on now for the second action we also saw Newcastle in action, defeating their opponent 6-1. But let's talk. You have Bodo Glimt as they stunned Inter Milan 3-1. A lot of people did not see that happening. For those that use the Red app, hope last night was a night to smile or where your eyes red. Moving on, but the Glimt continued their remarkable debut Champions League campaign with a 3-1 victory over Inter Milan in the knockout playoff round. First leg on Wednesday as Kasper Hong scored once and created 2 goals assists, and the Norway only sunk into the knockout stage with shocker victory over Man City and Atlético Madrid in their final 2 league phase matchups, and men backed up with performances by adding last season's runner-up Inter to their list of slabs. Christian Chuvic's series leader will still be confident of stunning their tie around in the second leg at San Siro next Tuesday, despite struggling on the artificial pitch to a stadium in North Norway. But Bodo Glimt's European League semi-finalists last term have given themselves a chance of securing a major surprise and a 16 meeting with either Man City or Sporting Lisbon. The hosts took a 20-minute lead with a fine team goal finished off the album by Sandra, and then the trajectory continued like that as Bodo Glimt, had a good night for themselves. So we'll see what the second leg would look like. Right now, let's bring you the